Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. On this video we're going to be starting the BG's Explain series that I do on every spec that I'm somewhat decent at. So in this series I kind of go over talents, honor talents, rotation abilities, and just kind of explain how they work together, in my mind at least. You don't have to watch this video, this is your warning. I'm no pro, I'm no BlizzCon champ, but in my mind I am, and that's what matters. So, Boulderfist is the top row. Since it got reworked, it does a lot of increased damage, 35%, also reduced cooldown a bit. This works very well with your Strength of Earth Azerite trait, which you should try to prioritize all the time, in my opinion, because it does a ton of damage. However, the damage did get reduced in PvP already a little bit, but it's pretty decently hard. There's their healer. Nice. 180,000 health healer. So we're gonna save our Sundering for when he actually uses some, cooldowns. I didn't even see you back here. Little sneaky cat, bro. Little sneaky. Okay. We'll use that Sundering. I use a Sundering just to try and almost kill that druid. Not druid. That's a wolf. That's a shaman. So back on the healer. As enhancement, you kind of always want to focus healers and just kind of switch to whoever has the least amount of defensives or heals on them, or has the least amount of attention on them. My point is, you're trying to hit people that you think are the most vulnerable. Just like a man hitting on a girl at the gym. You go for the most vulnerable ones, the most insecure ones. So, like for here, it's definitely the red in the middle of all these guys. That is not, look how far away he is. He used Lay on Hands for some reason. He might kill me here. If you do, just hats off to you, man. Okay, so going back to talents. Landslide, Rockbiter has a 40% chance to increase the damage of your Storm Strike by 100%. Really, really good. The chance got knocked up 20% from the last patch, so goodbye, Tycoon. It is really good. Spirit Wolf, when you're in Spirit Wolf form, you get damage reduction and movement speed up to, I believe, 20%. I think it used to be 25%, but they got rid of that extra 5 because it seemed excessive. Searing Assault does damage over time. It's kind of like the best choice here, in my opinion. You're gonna be annoying. Nature's Guardian is a heal. Sundering is a high damaging ability that has the potential to interrupt spells, I'd say. And most of the time does if you use it correctly, unless you're using it just for the damage. However, unless they're completely DR'd to shit, and I'm not even sure if this is accurate or not, I don't think it shares a DR with many other abilities, however it could. I'm not an expert, like I said before, but, usually, you can always interrupt someone with Sundering, and it just does a shit ton of damage, so keep that in mind. Next one's Earthen Spike. Earthen Spike's weaved into the rotation, pretty much like it's a baseline spell. Summons an Earthen Spike, increases your damage by 20% on the target. Most of your damage is physical and nature damage, so that's why I just say increases your damage by 20%, because a lot of your damage is just physical and nature. So, a lot of rogues on their team. Going over, like, why you don't want to take other traits, I suppose. Lightning Shield, it doesn't generate Maelstrom over its duration anymore. However, it does do damage, so that's the one reason you'd want to take that. Hot Hands, garbage. Hot garbage. Forceful Winds, if you were to switch 2 of these around in the 30 row, it's either Forceful Winds or Landslide. Can't think of any specific reason why you'd ever want to use Totem Mastery as an enhancement summon, so, yeah. Okay. Alright. Spirit Wolf just for the heal. You can switch any of these out if you want. I can see Static Charge being really good in Arena if you just need the CC. Earthen Shield can be very good for, just playing as an individual if you don't have heals. Can be very good. And then there's Spirit Wolf, which is what I take now, just because I think with certain Azerite traits, like the ones that heal you in Ghost Wolf form, it has the potential to do a ton of healing and have a lot of, defensive capability in just pressing one button. For the 60 row, I dare say you could take Overcharge, but I haven't run that in forever. Quick maths here, it could hit for like 8,000, which isn't bad. So yeah, it's up to you. Maybe I'll try that out one day, but I just haven't yet. Nature's Guardian just for the old Feral Lunge if you need the gap closer. Windrush if you, want to give allies movement speed for some reason, like in a raid or something. We'll let you 1v1 that guy. Seem like you have it under control. Crashing Storm is good for Mythics. Fury of Airs, you can switch it out. It got buffed a little bit in 8.1. However, I haven't used it yet. I'm just so used to Sundering. And then the 100 row is like the one you can probably switch around the most as well. Elemental Spirits can be very good. It can just provide a lot of bonus to your baseline abilities, but sometimes if you get, for example, a Fire Wolf, or a... There's Fire, Water. Frost Wolves just add, like, baseline damage, so there's the worst ones. But you want the Storm Wolves and the Fire Wolves. Or, well, any of the wolves will do, actually, but... In my opinion, Frost Wolf's the shittiest, Fire Wolf's the second best, because you can just spam lava and get a pretty hard-hitting dot. Thank you for the blind. More excuses to just talk instead of PvPing. Earthen Spike, like I said, 20% damage increase. And Ascendance is really good for ranged characters, or for attacking ranged characters. Say you're in Arena against, you know, Hunter, and something else that can just kite you forever. You're probably going to want to take Ascendance. Going over Honor Talents, which you usually aren't taken that much, or talked about that much. They're taken all the time. If you don't take Honor Talents, you're a dummy. Yeah, we'll run away from that. Personally, for Battlegrounds, I go Spectral Recovery for the heal. This, with the Azurite trait that heals you in Ghostful form, can be very strong. Ride the Lightning is like the new... there was 2 Honor Talents before Ride the Lightning's a thing, and now it's just 1 talent, so that's a thing. I'll try and save you there, but... Okay, might need to use a little bit of my brain. Oh my god. Oh my... What? My health is back? Alright. Let's actually PvP. That's kind of what I came into the Battleground to do, isn't it? Get some movement speed. Guy named his Raptor Post Malone. I'm sure he feels very proud. Spectral Recovery for the heal, Ride the Lightning for the damage, Shamanism for the reduced cooldown on Bloodlust, and it pretty much puts it on a 1-minute cooldown, granting you 20% of haste buff, which is very, very strong. Going over the talents that you can take, potentially, Grounding Totem is really good for, say, Caster, Arena classes, or say you're going against Mage, Warlock, or Boomkin, Shadow Priest, you're probably going to want to take Grounding. Sky Fury just provides extra crit damage, so if you crit, you're going to be doing 20% extra damage. Counter-Strike Totem is what it literally the title says. It just counter-strikes people and does damage that they do to you back to them, unless they go out of range. Ethereal Form replaces Astral Shift, pretty much makes you immune to all physical damage, however spells will still hit you, so that's something to keep in mind. I like where this is going. 22,000. Okay. We'll just run away. I'm trying to get a landslide proc, but it doesn't seem to be happening. I might find it. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, so this is where we just go and Ghost Wolf form and heal. Or just run towards our healer. Also another great option. Okay, so finally going into the playstyle. After going over talents, as an enhancement, you want to focus healers, or focus who is the most vulnerable. For instance here, it's probably that mage that no one is around, and no healers are around. We're going to purge stuff. You always want to purge buffs as long as they're kind of relevant. An example of that would be the mage's Temporal Shield, Bop, Hots, possibly, if you can be bothered to do that. However, I'm known for not really purging Hots, because I like pressing damaging abilities more. However, in Arena, it's probably worth it to purge Hots until you go because you really don't have anything else to use your mana on. Let's get a landslide proc. Just kidding. Earthen Spike, Sundering to stun, Storm Strike, that's Spark Skin on him. We'll still hit him, just because there's really no one else around to hit. But, wow, that's a very good harpoon. If we get another landslide proc here, he's just dead. Just kidding, we're okay. We'll just charge right in. So again, I'd say the power that comes with enhancement is the ability that you're so adaptable to just switch targets at will. All you need is just your body being close to someone else, and you can hit that target. It's very clear when you see enhancement in Arena, they just switch super hard. And it's, yeah, you'll see it in the damage. You'll see it in the numbers too, probably. Like, here, I'll just kind of use cooldowns. Oh, man. No, that's what oh wait, no, that was last video. You never want Landslide to just kind of waste away, because that is just a complete waste. It buffs your damage a lot. It buffs your Storm Strike by literally 100%, so you're going to be dick slapping people. Yeah, I guess I'll focus the mage back here. So the mobility and switching potential is like the main power behind... Not the mobility. Well, mobility, I guess. As long as you're not Frost Nova, you've got okay mobility. Mobility is good as long as you're in Ghostful form. You're not a demon hunter though. Like you're not flying around the map, or you're not a mistweaver. You're not a windwalker monk. You can't fly around the map like that. You don't really have a slow other than your frostbrand, so that's something to keep in mind. I'll use some cooldowns here. Another thing to do is crash lighting. Crash lighting provides you a damage buff. It's sitting for about 2,000 now. As long as you hit 2 people, your crash lighting will do extra nature damage. Looks to be about 2,000 right now, so obviously that would go up with your... I'm going to use Spiritual here, just because there's a lot of mines near me and I don't want to get focused. Can use Capacitor Totem, hopefully stun that healer. Don't stun anyone, except that row that I really didn't want to stun. I'm going to reapply my weapon enhancements, which I've been doing a horrible job at maintaining. Meanwhile, the druid gets all his health back. I'm pretty sure that Arcane Mage is focusing me, so I need to be wary of that. He just immune my Storm Strike. There we go. So we interrupted him in Arcane, so he's not really going to be able to do much, other than blink away. Thought I interrupted him, Arcane. Let's see if we can get this Storm Strike off. Just kidding. You are mobile. Very, very mobile. Okay. No procs, that's fine. No interrupt either. That's like the one instance where I've never seen Sundering, or I've seen Sundering not, you know, stun someone or whatever. I'm just gonna run away from you. That's the solution to rent pounds. Anyway, really shitty Battleground explained. If you don't get the main play style with enhancement, it's you don't even have to have your weapon enchants anymore. Like, they're kind of relevant, but not really. You weapon enchant, okay. You Storm Strike. Number 1 priority, Storm Strike. Number 2 priority, do you have Landslide? You should probably Storm Strike. Number 3 priority is lining up your burst. Your burst literally consists of Earthen Spike, Bloodlust, Wolves, and Sundering, and then just your normal rotation of pressing Storm Strike. Whenever Storm Strike's not up, either Rock Biter or Lava Lash or Crash Lightning if there's 2 people around you that you can hit with that. Always remember that Sundering can be used to interrupt someone as long as they aren't DR'd to shit. Capacitor Totem has a 40-yard range now. Earthbind Totem has a 40-yard range. Azurite trait that has Strength of the Earth, in my opinion, is the best Azurite trait. And the Ghost Wolf Azurite trait that heals you for, I believe it's like 1,000 every 1 second, mixed with your Honor talent, can be very, very potent, to say the least. And, yeah. I'll do this for every class, because you guys most likely want to see that. Even if you don't want to, you don't have to click on the video, I suppose. But anyway, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, bell, description. See you guys.